Wicked Witch of the West. And then we got this beautiful, little, seductive princess
Right.
over here, aka Witch, aka modern day witches.
Right on.
Or
Wow.
should I have said bitches? I mean, we're gonna have some fun with it, man. There's a lot that's going on right now. I guess more so, how would you explain it? Because I know, man, you talked about, you know what I mean? What would it be, a comparison or just something that people are missing right now? Being able to correlate the things of the past that has happened, reoccurring events that
Right.
we may just be overlooking.
We may just be overlooking. This thing translates all the way to present day. That's been you know what I'm saying, permeating through history. But this, for some reason, you know, some people choose not to talk about it. Some people choose to overlook it, like you said. But then they turn around and wonder why their relationships and why they mates is a certain type of way. Like, yeah, it might be because this was historically how it was, and you know, it still
Yeah.
is. It still is to a certain extent. You know.
hmm It's really just breaking it down. It's not necessarily calling you bitches witches or you witches bitches. You know what I
Right on.
mean? It's just
Yeah.
breaking it down, trying to get an understanding of, some of the things that may have happened back in the day. The reason why we chose this topic is because there's a lot of similarities. Have no idea exactly what it was, what I mean, that would make them feel this way. Um, but what we're going through right now, I can definitely see that there's a lot of witches out there. You know what I mean? You want to identify who your enemy is. And a lot of it is, if you look at how it was portrayed back in the day, the witch was a old, bitter woman. You know what I mean? They used to cast spells and poison
Mm.
the communities, their men, and things of that nature. Now, I dug pretty deep in it, and I'm definitely um, more on the women's side than anything because me growing up, I've always seen the power that a woman has and the power that she possesses if in the right hands, the right motivation, uh, it can definitely either create or it can destroy a nation. And what we're witnessing right now is that they're destroying this. These
Mm.
witches have the loudest voices. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and break down some of the stuff. I haven't lived to see a witch, to see a warlock, to see any sorcery besides the ones that they are using today, which is psychology, you know what I mean, media, um,
Yes.
manipulation.
Ooh.
Uh, those would be considered sorcery, if you think about it. Or just the way that I view hearing how they considered it back then.
Mm-hmm.
So this one right here is in the Urban Dictionary, which one who practices witchcraft, not necessarily connected with Wicca. It is
Ooh.
also used to describe those who follow the Wiccan religion, and in some instances, those who practice any type of black magic. Then two, a bitter or a hateful woman,
Mm.
used in a derogatory sense, a hag, if you will. You know what I mean?
Damn, I always wanted to know what that word that. Okay, now I see the real definition of that. It's not just
Mm,
a.
mm.
It's not a nickname. It's an actual, you know,
There's
definition behind
an
that.
actual definition behind it. You know what I mean? And then three is a less insulting, if there is such a thing, form of calling someone a bitch. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Crazy. And that's
Right.
why I
Oh.
say what we do on this channel, man, we connect dots. We here trying to put together a picture so that we can understand what's going on. Because the one thing that we all do know is that we don't know none. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything right now is really brand new. We're definitely evolving into something, but history is given to us narrated. So it was always up to us to search, go back through with an open mind, because the main points of life is to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And this is something that, as you guys follow, this is what we will continuously do.
Yeah.
If somebody else comes with a different point of view on it, we definitely sponges. So we'll take what you guys is your opinion, and we come to the round table. That's what this is all about.
Yeah. Right on.
Now, these are some of the things that is plaguing our community, and with society being out here, it's in our face. We can see, and we've all met a Karen. You know what I mean? What's a
Yes.
Karen? A Karen is a kid stealing feminist threat to all men. She originally got married to John and divorced him legally, taking the kids, but really, the judge was her fiance. Later to be divorced, big surprise, Karen is mean spirited and really doesn't love the kids. She's torturing everybody around her.
Revelations, man. It's 2022 vision over here, man. Let's keep it.
2022. Ain't nobody pointing fingers. We just connecting dots. You know what I mean? It's for everybody else to come in. It's just giving a different point of view, a unique point of view, baby. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
With a capital Y. Yeah, we got Y in us.
Capital Y, exactly.
Right on.
So you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like you've seen like this Karen. You see how it's really like it's plaguing us. Like whatever it is, it's these older women, you know what I mean, that suffer from the same thing that we see that describes a witch, bitter and angry. Then you couple that with, and this is all knowledge for all the good people out there. The bad people, the Karens, the witches, the bitches, they're gonna be upset watching this because they don't like to be they don't like the light shine on them. You know what I mean? So if anybody does respond, just understand, nigga, hit dog, holler. You know what I mean?
Loud and proud, baby. Loud and proud, yes, sir.
But if this isn't you, then what you're supposed to be doing is hitting that subscribe button, liking, leaving a message down below, because the whole point of our message is to try to bring us together. You got a whole lot of this other stuff going on. You know what I mean? If you heavy into your religion, then you understand why you need to be clicking that subscribe button.
Hell yeah.
Because we losing this war. The narrative that they pushing out there and they allowing is dangerous. It's dangerous to all mankind.
Hell yeah. Right on, man.
So then that leads us up to
whoop. Last but certainly not least. Is this the last one?
Certainly not least. If I'm not mistaken, they even like to call each other this shit now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like shit. Picture nigga, right? We use that word. What up, nigga? The word was just, what was it? 2 letters changed, and it goes back to our roots. You change one letter in bitch, and it take them back to their roots, huh?
See the parallel right there. Yeah, real talk. That's a real chat. That's reality right there for sure.
Man, so let's see. Bitch, one of the most versatile words in the English language. It is used to express the multitude of emotions: anger, anticipation, despair, endearment, envy, excitement, fear, horror, joy, shock, surprise, warning, all achieved by one enunciation and annotation. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, though. It's anger. You think of like whatever it was, say back then, that they felt. Now trust. I don't trust their word. You know what I mean? There's no telling. The one thing that we do know is that all of our colonizers were just looking for one thing, and it was control. They may have fought y'all back then, but they learn how to ride on y'all backs now. They learn psychology, manipulation. They learn from the quote unquote witches and their sorcery.
Uh,
But of course, it just goes down how it's used. Endearment. Hey, bitch. Joy.
yeah.
Oh my God, bitch. Anticipation. Bitch, guess what?
Mm.
Shock, pain. Stub toe. Oh, bitch. Well, we ain't gonna go through. I just wanted to keep saying bitch, 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 bitch.
It's such a lovely word. Huh?
That's a lovely word, especially when you correlate it with this right here. You see,
Yeah.
man, things ain't even changed that much. All right, so we going into the origins of the witches. Early witches were people who practiced witchcraft, using magical spells and calling upon spirits for help or to bring about change. Most witches were thought to be pagan, doing devil's work. Many, however, were simply natural healers, also called wise women, whose choice of profession was misunderstood. It's unclear exactly when witches came on a historic scene, but one of the earliest records of a witch is in the Bible in the book of Samuel's, thought to be written between 931 BC and 721 BC. It tells the story of when King Saul sought the witch of Endor to summon the dead prophet Samuel's spirit to help him defeat the Philistine army. That goes into what I was saying. Like the powers that they actually possess, the feminine qualities that they are running away from has always historically brought down nations.
Mm. Powerful, powerful stuff, man.
The witch roused Samuel, who then prophesies the death of Saul and his sons. The next day, according to the Bible, Saul's son died in battle and Saul committed suicide. Other Old Testament verses condemn witches, such as the oft-cited Exodus 22:18, which says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." When we read the Bible, the one thing that we can't not do is interpret it. As
Mm.
they say, this is back before Christ. So
Yes.
the understanding of life that they had is not what we have now. You look at astrology, same thing. Most of it came from there. They visualized the 12 disciples and things of that nature that was off in the sky. It was, they turned those constellations into people.
Yeah.
So when we hear sorcery, just off common sense, the first thing that I think of is the fact that the men used to go out hunt. You know what I mean? The
Yes.
women were the ones foraging through the forest to find the berries and the mushroom, things of that nature
Yeah.
that could be used and viewed back in the day with them not understanding exactly what it was as sorcery. What you think about that?
I feel like they took something good and turned it into something evil. Those things were particularly supposed to be used for nourishment, helping.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they figured out a way to use it against us. And that takes intelligence, but it also takes a certain type of spirit to want to actually carry that type of idea out and put it into fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think it's a total misuse of power, and unfortunately, they bought into it to a point where it still permeates today. So yeah, uh,
Yep. Yep. And that's the
and it's
thing,
unfortunate.
if you look at how the witches, aside from them, was the what was it, warlocks, wizards, and things of that nature. Like I said, bring this conversation of calling them people what they were, to the understanding of life that we have right now.
Yeah,
Not knocking the religion and things of that nature, but I deal with the physical realm.